So today, I'm going to teach you about HNS and then OHLC. The moment gold touch that zone and touch the H1 M30 zone here, instantly start to fly all the way up. So what is HNS, okay? So now I've taught you 4 things, right? Traditional SNR, RBS, SBR, QM, HNS, right? QM and HNS basically the same thing. RBS, SBR basically the same thing. Now I'm going to teach you one last thing. This thing that I'm going to teach you is called... Okay guys, it is day 2 of me teaching my student on how to flip Gao like me. But first, let's smoke a cigar. Let's go.
Let's go.
Relax dulu.
Relax. Santai kawan.
Okay, jom. Let's start.
Okay, go.
Okay, so today I'm going to teach you about HNS and then OHLC. Then after that, we're going to do a revision of all the things I've taught you about in one video. Okay? Okay, jom. Let's go. Okay, so what is HNS? Okay, HNS is basically head and shoulders. I've taught you yesterday about QM. HNS is just a weaker form of QM. For example, okay, QM is like this, right? QM is like this. There are 3 zones for entries. But for HNS, the zone for entry is like this. There is no breakout of the last zone. There's only like this. There is 2 zones for entries only. That means it is weaker. Because why is it weaker? Because on the QM, there is a breakout. On the HNS, there's no breakout. Potentially, gold might touch it and continue flying all the way up. So we understand that HNS is the weaker form. Let me find some examples for you. But usually it's easier to find QM lah. But you have to understand which one is weaker, which one is stronger. For example here, this is a QM. It's not a HNS, but it's a QM. 3 zones for entries. That is why gold continue going down all the way. But it's not a HNS. We have to find a HNS as well, right? This is also a QM here. There is not much HNS. HNS is really hard to find. Usually it's on lower time frames. For example, let's go to M15. Okay, for example, this is one form of HNS, okay? Right over here, it is not very obvious, but let me show you, okay? HNS is like this, as you can see. Like this, right? Correct? So, same thing happened right here. For example, there's a support here. There's a left shoulder here. There's an apex here, right? As you can see, what did gold do? Gold didn't touch the last support. It flew back up, touched this left shoulder, like this, and then it continued going down. Right? As you can see, it did not break out this. It didn't become a QM. It's just a weaker form. It touched the left shoulder and it continued going down. And then what did it do? It formed a QM to continue going down again. So this is one form of HNS. It is quite hard to find. It's not that important to understand, but it is something you must understand to understand QM fully. Right? Because HNS is just a weaker form. There's only 2 points of entries. First at the left shoulder here. Second at the apex. Simple as that. But when there's a break out of the last support, that becomes a QM. As you can see, go touch it, go down completely, touch the support, continue flying. Simple as that. So, simple to understand?
Faham?
Simple je. Because HNS and QM is the same thing. Okay, cigar break. Cigar dulu. So now I've taught you 4 things, right? Traditional SNR, RBS, SBR, QM, HNS, right? QM and HNS basically the same thing. RBS, SBR basically the same thing. Now I'm going to teach you one last thing. This thing that I'm going to teach you is called OHLC. OHLC, right? Basically, OHLC means open close candles. Open close candles is something you have to be aware of. It can be used as a confluence but not as a confirmation. It's just something you must be aware of. Let me show you. How an OHLC is formed is basically like this, okay? For example, we have a bullish candle here, and then the next candle that forms is also a bullish candle. It is not a bearish candle, it's a bullish candle. That becomes an OHLC. Candle closes here, candle opens here. That becomes an support. Okay. Bullish candle, support. Simple to make it simple. Bullish candle, support. Form in the middle here, which is an OHLC. It is something you must be aware of. It is not a strong confirmation, but it can still be used in the rest of my strategy. Okay? For example, the moment gold touch here, maybe you continue flying. Maybe you continue flying if it's on higher time frame. So we understand that. For the opposite way, simple is that bearish candle, candle closes here, candle opens here. That is an resistance now. Go touch it, it will continue going down. Simple as that. So before you continue, to make sure you're listening, what is OHLC?
I lupa sikit.
Aduh. I mean, it's okay. It's not that important,
Yeah,
but it's
okay.
something you must understand to fully use my strategy.
Faham?
OHLC is open-close candles. It is formed when the candle closes and when the candle opens. For example, right? Let me show you. Bullish candle, just what you said, right? Bullish candle closes here, right?
Betul.
Closes here, and then a candle opens here, bullish again. That becomes an OHLC. Candle closes, candle opens. That is an OHLC. That is a support, or it can be a resistance when it's bearish like this. So we understand that. Let's give you some examples on the market. Bro, there's a lot of examples. Very simple here. Okay, I'm gonna find an example that. Okay, we're on M15 right now. You can see. Where can you see the OHLC here? You have to find, for example, one example is right over here. Bearish candle, OHLC form, resistance form, correct?
Okay.
You can see. What they go do? Touch the OHLC, touched it, went down. Form a new SNR form, touch it, went down. Broke out, touch it, went down. Fight back, touch the OHLC again, go down again. This is how basically the market moves. SNR. It is not just one form of SNR, if you understand. If you understand all forms, HNS, RBS, SBR, QM, OHLC, whatever bullshit you have to understand. That is how you fully utilize your knowledge, right? So we understand that. Let me show you more examples. Okay, this is a very, maybe you don't really understand this. Let me show you more examples. But you can see most OHLC, they don't really work out. They're not really that important, especially on lower time frames like M15. If I can show you a better one, it will be on higher time frame. Okay, if I find you a better one, it will be around like this. Okay, for the current market, you can see this is one form of OHLC. You can see here. There's an OHLC right over here, correct? Bullish candle, OHLC form. Gold touched it, instantly it started flying. Instantly it started flying. Why? Because it is an OHLC, but not just an OHLC. If you can pair it with multi-time frames, which is what I'm going to teach you in the next lesson, you can pair it with the H1 buy zone here. H4 OHLC, H1 RBS. Okay, let's go to M30. M30, what is it? What is it? M30, we have a resistance break below support. We have a H4 zone in the same zone. The moment gold touch that zone and touch the H1 M30 zone here, instantly started flying all the way up. Simple as that. By the way, we sold right over, just now I sold right over here. We claimed 60 pips. The moment why I claimed 60 pips, because it broke out, it formed a resistance break, becomes support, and it started flying. That is why instantly I TP 60 pips. So simple as that. You have to understand where the zones are, you have to understand where the breaks out are, and which is what I'm going to teach you in the next lesson coming soon. Right, so that is OHLC and HNS. Now, you understand everything I explained today? Okay, good. Okay guys, as I promised for October, I'll be fully focused on your education. I'll be teaching you how to trade like me, but I'll be teaching Afif, and you guys will be watching how I teach him on my YouTube channel when I release all the videos. Right now, I'm making a video. Every single day, I'm making a video to teach you guys, to make you guys profitable. As you can see, my very handsome videographer and the camera right over there. So, make sure you guys are ready. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the educational video. It's going to be the best, and it's going to start being at once so you guys can learn how to profit just like me, just like my students. So, I'll see you guys, and santai kawan. Okay. Santai kawan. Okay, end of the day. Make sure you guys subscribe, and that is it for today, right?
Okay, yes, right. Let's go.